Hi Wayne, how can I help you?
Oh, hi. Yeah, so my name's Wayne, and I think I was recently dismissed, and I think I've kind of got some strong grounds for an unfair dismissal case. So I'm just looking for a solicitor that can help, really.
And
Yeah, so basically, I got fired for, like, it's a bit of a weird one, but supposedly urinating in the water cooler in the office. I know you probably, maybe not, maybe you have heard that one before, but yeah, I know it's a bit of an odd one.
right, okay,
So yeah, and I like maintain that it definitely like wasn't me, and I've kind of got my suspicions, but I think it was this lady called Susan from accounts.
right,
Yeah,
okay.
sort of when I went into the room, and she was doing some like sort of really weird squatting thing in the corner by the cooler. She said it was like
Right.
she was just doing her midday like pelvic floor exercises, but
Good grief.
I know, yeah, I kind of have my suspicions. It's just really like shook me up that she's like accused me, and they've just taken her word. I mean, she said she was just doing these midday, like she didn't have like when I went in, she did actually wasn't even wearing any trousers, and she said the pelvic floor exercises were for like
Oh,
a stronger vagina, and that's her words, not mine.
yeah,
But the problem is, three people drank from the cooler and said it tasted a bit tangy. So the employees have got in and did some like they sent it away for some like testing, and it come back as in
yeah,
there's actually urine in the cooler.
okay.
So
And
yeah.
how long was the other woman? How long was she employed by the company?
Oh, she's been there a lot longer than me. She's been there like
Right,
15
okay.
years. So like she's like in with the top brass, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But I mean, so I've said, and I can say this to you now. If I need to sort of submit a urine sample, to,
yeah,
I'd be happy to do that. I've kind of
yeah.
I've got a system going to collect fresh samples from my cat, so I could just sort of submit them. And if do have you ever when you do the urinalysis, do you know if they can detect the species of the urine? Because if I just
Probably. Yeah,
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 okay.
yeah.
That might be a problem. Then probably won't be able to submit my cat. So, but I've got like a mate, porn, who can help me. He's sort of helped with a stool sample that I had to supply for like drugs testing before. So I could just
Right, okay.
get him to submit a sample. So that would come back clear anyway. And I think it's
Yeah.
an easy win really.
Okay, okay. Did you say that to them at the? Have you appealed against your dismissal?
Yeah, I did, and
Good, good, good.
I did appeal. They just like rejected it, and I kind of said like they asked me for a urine sample at the time, but I hadn't been collecting anything from my cat, so I wasn't able to like supply one because of my own.
I don't understand why you wouldn't provide a urine sample at the time. That will really go against you.
Yeah, I know, and it has, it did.
Why did you say no?
Um, well, I guess this conversation is privileged because yeah, it might have been me
Oh,
and
it
not
is
Susan.
completely. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it might have been me and not Susan. But I think
Sorry?
it might have been me and not Susan that like actually urinated in the cooler. But I think she did. I
Okay.
think she did do it as well.
Right. Okay.
So I'm just trying to like
Yeah.
say it's her.
Right. Okay.
But that's what I was saying about like I could get like a sample if we went back to them now and say if you went back to them and said, look, my client's happy to provide a urine sample. We can either I can just get like my mate Porno Paul to sort of supply one and just say
You
it's
wouldn't be able
his.
to do that. You'd have to do it
Yeah.
through the company. You'd have to do it through the company
What do you
and
mean?
follow what. Well, if they
Yeah.
wanted a urine sample, if you went in that day,
Yeah.
they could ask you to provide a urine sample.
They wouldn't let me like bring Paul's urine in just and say this is mine.
No, no, no.
No.
That's why they asked you for it that
Yeah.
day.
Okay. I could. Yeah, how do I get round that? That's the. That's the. I could. What if I took my cat in to show them and sort of, you know, used the cat's urine?
I don't think. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's the same as in. Right, as I used to do prison law a few years ago. So, what people would do is, if they've taken drugs,
Yeah.
they try and get someone else to
Yeah.
give their urine sample, but yeah, you can't do it. You just can't do it. You have to. There are certain ways how it's conducted to prevent any cheating going on.
Oh, is that? I just thought I'd be able to bring in Paul's in like a little test tube from, just say, oh yeah, did this at home. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could offer to do that and see what they say, but for me, I wouldn't accept that.
Would you?
I wouldn't accept that at all if I was the company. So, but it's up to you. I mean, you can do it off your own back. You can try and say, look, I'd be willing to provide a sample and see how they would deal with it themselves, whether they would ask you to provide a sample there and then, or whatever it was. I think it does go against you though that you wouldn't provide a sample at the time.
At the time, it's just I was a bit worried about. Well, obviously, But is there any way we can you feel like you see you're thinking outside the box here? Any way we can just definitely pin this on Susan and not me without the urine sample?
No, I wouldn't be able to do that. So it's about. The only way you could get round, the only way to get round it would be providing a urine sample.
Yeah.
But with employment law, it's on the balance of probabilities. So even if the urine sample was yours,
about doing the pelvic floor exercise.
It would show in the water, wouldn't it, if it was yours?
But people are sort of believing. I started the rumor about her doing the pelvic floor exercises for the stronger vagina, but people actually did believe that, and it did split the workforce. But half people were thinking it was Susan, and half were thinking it was me. But I was just thinking if we could just if there's any way just to pin it on Sue, on old Suze.
I wouldn't be able to represent you because of I'm unable to mislead the court, so I wouldn't be able to.
How? What do you mean mislead the? Well, okay. So, could we just forget that I've said that? I thought it was privileged conversation stuff. So
it's confidential.
Yeah.
It's completely privileged and confidential. So there's no way I can tell anybody about this.
Okay.
Absolutely no way.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. It's absolutely fine. But because you've told me that potentially you could have done it. You haven't told me that you did do it, but potentially you could have done it. So
I did do it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
so you have to be really careful, really. So I think you'd struggle a bit.
Yeah. If this is a privileged conversation, I also urinated in this store cupboard, which they didn't pin on me. So.
Right, okay.
I feel good just getting that off my chest anyway. So
okay.
All right. And well, no, shame you can't help me, but I appreciate your time and considering that for me. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thanks very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Bye
bye. Speaking.
Hi, I'm just looking for a bit of advice on an unfair dismissal case.
And could I just take a brief description of the advice you're wanting and what's happened?
Of course, yes. So they are alleging that I urinated into the water cooler, and I am saying that wasn't me. I've got a suspicion that there's a lady called Susan who works in the accounting department. Now I went into the lunchroom and she was doing a kind of weird squat thing in the corner where the cooler is, and she is saying that she was doing pelvic floor exercises this is her words, not mine, so a quote unquote stronger vagina, but I've got suspicions that that's not it at all.
Okay.
But she's the kind of main person that alleged that she saw me doing it, and I think that she's saying it because it was her.
Yeah.
So, I don't know whether we could do a urine sample or anything like that would show that I don't know how that would work, but I could get I've got a system with my cat, so I could sort clean urine out for that.
Okay. And have you been dismissed because of this allegation?
I have, yeah. Would a urologist analysis thing detect the species in a urine sample? Do you know?
I wouldn't know.
I should probably go with. I've got a mate called Porno Paul who helps with things like that anyway, so I could get some off him if need be.
Okay, could I take your best contact number, please?
Yeah, my number is 22.
right number to ring you on?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were just asking for my favourite number, sorry. So it's...
Oh, no, that's fine.
Sorry, yeah, it's 07
Yep,
912
yep,
456
yep.
998
Thank you. And could I take an email address as
324.
well, please?
Yes, okay, yeah, it's the water cooler.
Yep.
So it's the water cooler mystery Pia at gmail.com.
What I'll do is I'll pass these details on and someone from our legal team will be able to give you a call back. Is that okay?
Can I give you my other email address, actually? That one's a bit of an
Yeah,
old
of
one.
course.
Yeah, it's IP'd in the water cooler at hotmail.
It's what, sorry?
IP'd in the water cooler at hotmail.com. It's one I've set up
Okay, can I get
specifically
someone
for
to
the
give you a
case.
call back? Would that be okay?
That'd be great, yeah, thanks.
Perfect. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you.
Oh, this game is brilliant. It's so good.